Ready?
Yes.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Let's start. Hi.
Hello.
Madara.
Dada.
This is episode 4 in the series we are filming called The Spiritual Preparation of the Adult. And episode 4 is about humility and the surrender of the ego. Oof, what a topic.
A strong one.
A strong one. I'll just mention that I'm coming from 6 to 12, from the background of working with the children ages 6 to 12 at the moment, and working with adults.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm focusing on the child from birth, even before physical birth, to 6 years.
Yeah. So humility and the surrender of the ego.
Yeah.
What did we say we will start with?
Yes, let's start with a quote.
Yes, okay, quote.
So another quote from Maria Montessori, and it starts: "The attitude of humility is an element of patience."
Attitude of humility is an element of patience.
And I would maybe paraphrase it like it's an act of patience, because it leads us to where we wanted to go, to get practical to this huge and strong abstract topic, to put it into the practical context. What can we actually do? What is the recipe for the behavior or for action? And when I say word patience, which is used in the quote as well, is from the Advanced Montessori Method, book of Maria Montessori. The word patience is or sounds real, or you know what to do with it. You know, it's sort of action. You know, you can be patient or you are impatient. Yeah,
Right.
and you can really like scale it.
Right.
And so you know what to do.
Okay,
So if you practice patience, or you decide, okay, I am really impatient type of a person, and I am really impatient. You know, all the children are getting ready. We are going outside, and you know, and the one is like working with the zipper like for 5 minutes, and I am dead already. So, so I am aware. We were talking a lot in the previous sessions about awareness towards ourselves, because we are talking about our preparation,
Right.
about our spiritual preparation. So I can say to myself, okay, so today I'm breathing in and I'm coming into the environment with the intention to be more patient, or a little bit really kinder towards this little boy, for example. He is really doing his best, and the zipper is not easy tasks to do.
Yeah.
So this is something we can really understand in our minds. So it's and by repeatedly practicing more and more patience, we can basically start to build the virtue of humility. I think so, because if you behave in a patient manner towards somebody else or towards yourself as well, it means you are kinder.
Right.
And if you are kinder, and it's connected with, you know, maybe even understanding a little bit more, or respecting the struggle, for example, somebody else is in, or we are becoming more like behaving as in the sense of the quality of humility.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
So we could start with this one.
Yeah, and I mentioned this already, this metaphor, in one of the episodes, but again, I will mention this metaphor of the sea being...
Yeah, I love it.
Being, where do I have it?
I think lower.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so the sea being lower in its placement, but still all the waters of the world flow to the sea.
Yeah.
And Do you think humility and humbleness is the same? I actually didn't check. I don't know.
I'm not sure too.
But let's say in this metaphor, the sea was described as humble, but I could also say it is acting out of virtue of humility. I mean, actually, the sea is bigger, than all like those streams, stronger,
more powerful
in comparison to those streams that flow to it
because of the size.
Size, but at the same time, it lays the lowest. So isn't that humility in a way? I guess
it is.
So,
I love it.
And also patience comes in here, because the sea has to be patient for all those waters that keep flowing into it,
and give them the time
to get to it. Because if you imagine all the way up from mountains somewhere, takes long journey for
exactly.
Then it makes sense.
I really love how we started to think about it, because the topic of today is really to find the connection between humility and ego, and we are stating that we want to surrender the ego, which sounds really analogical if we describe the ego as a very needy and important mechanism for our survival.
Yes.
And I would love you to explain us a little bit what is the ego like for.
Yes.
Why do we have it?
And then at the end we will get to the connection between humility and the surrender of the ego. Yes. Again, Gabor Mate. Because I'm studying with Gabor Mate at the moment, so lots of the thoughts that are in my mind at the moment are from him. Let me just have some water. So, and probably it's not him who came up with it, but I heard it from the course with him. So he talks about the ego being some part of it being conscious and some part of it being unconscious. So there's awareness and then there's unawareness, I guess, in us. So we shouldn't be getting rid of ego, because through that we use the word ego in a negative. It has a negative connotation often, right? You are such an egoistic person. But ego helps us, healthy ego helps us set boundaries, make choices and decisions, set priorities, maintain discipline, and manage relationships, and so on. So when you say, oh, you're such an egoistic person because you didn't take me from the bus station, is that person really egoistic? Or if we look at the background, maybe that person, had other priorities, or, had to finally set boundaries because you are using them for like a taxi driver, and that person. So, so that's interesting to explore there, I would say. When do we use the word egoistic toward other people? That's an interesting thing to explore. We will not do it now, but it just came to me. And then there's a part of ego that is unconscious, that we are not aware of. And the idea is that it doesn't want bad things, that unconscious part, okay? But it doesn't really know how to get you what you need.
Okay.
Because this unconscious part is acting from a painful place. So sometimes we describe people as having big egos. And again, it has a negative connotation. So if I say, wow, he has a big ego, I want nothing to do with him. There's another way how to look at this, is that his big ego is actually a defense mechanism. A defense mechanism to protect himself or herself from further pain, perhaps.
Repeating it.
We don't know what happened to that person when they were little or adolescent years, or even in early adulthood, or in yesterday. And maybe they had to have this big ego to kind of like I like put a fence in front of them. You said that you mentioned a brick wall or an armor or however you wanna call it. So
I like
it's like an adaptation. It's an adaptation.
Yeah.
It's one of all the different adaptations that we make for ourselves as children.
I really like the connection with what you said, with the fact that the child during the first part of his life, like from birth to 6 years, at least the half of it lives unconsciously. And I think there is the biggest storage for these brick walls in the future.
Yes.
And we really cannot connect with these experiences so easily. And I feel like the ego really holds the person together. So it has a meaning, because otherwise it could really lose in the environment around and integrate into the mom, or connect so closely with sibling sister that the person is not sure where he or she starts and ends.
Right.
So I think it's a healthy mechanism.
Yes.
In its principle.
Yes.
But because its task is to protect us from experiencing anything which can be understood as risk or danger to survival or to destroying of the person in any sense of word, it basically starts to create wall. It's adding bricks. These bricks, each brick can be one experience, and so we get to the adulthood and we have a wall, and we are not aware how many bricks are there, what kind of bricks are these, and that they actually, and you said it really nicely, what does the wall do with us, with our life, with our perceptions?
Yes.
This is crucial.
Before I go into this saying what I think the wall does for us and how I understand it, I want to mention something else regarding, you said it, so 0 age, actually even conception to 3, let's say conception to 3
correct.
is that unconscious part of the mind, let's say, and that's where lots is stored. And often in the adulthood, in therapies, it is when you ask a person, go to remember something, and they say, I don't remember, because they had, but they still, it's in them, but they don't remember, and that's where the body comes in, and that's body remembers. Your body always remembers. So what you can do then, you can, if you don't remember a memory particularly, you can go into your body and remember how it made you feel, and there is an amazing therapy method actually, called de-armoring. De-armoring.
It's connected.
Yes, absolutely. That's why
That's
I wanted to bring it up. I have a friend coming from Latvia and studying it in the Czech Republic. The guy who developed it is not from the Czech Republic, but he comes to one wellness center in the Czech Republic to teach it. And so my friend from Latvia, whenever she comes and studies it, she uses me as her rabbit, her mouse, and I've had it 2 times. So even it was so interesting because it's not cognitive work. It's not about talking as in therapy. It's about the body, and they find those points in your body. Look, this method is based on anatomy. Like it is guy from a medical point of view based in anatomy. And there are points in our body which you can connect then to the emotional and mental states. So and we store those memories, those traumas, those experiences in our body actually.
Yeah.
So you can, if you push in certain places,
Okay.
you know, you can access them.
You are activating.
And you're active, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the flashback will come into your mind. No, but the feeling will come.
Wow.
Some pain. It's like pain points, you know, in your body.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting that I've worked in, you know, with myself in different therapies for years. Like, I think it's been now, I would say 8 years. Pretty intense therapy work. And she came to the Czech Republic, my friend, and she tried on me the armoring method. And after the session, and I consider myself open and talkative and, you know, pretty open person, sharing my experiences and my traumas and so on, and my victories. And she, after the session, she was like, oh my God, Madara, you have such a strong armor. And I was shocked. I was like, how? No, I've been working on myself for 8 years. I'm in a good place. And then the body shows. I just wanted to mention this because I think it's key that if sometimes we can't access memories and we don't know why we act the way we do, you know, it is still inside of us and we can access it from through the body. Basically. And that's why yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, Qigong, all those body dancing, you know, different kind of dances. Also singing, because it activates, it creates vibration. Breathing work. Breath work, exactly. Those are very valuable methods.
And maybe also easier. Like,
yes, for some people it can be easier rather than cognitive to talk about this cognitively.
I love it.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention it because you touched a good point and important, I think. That's where we like conception to 6 is the most important period of our lives. Most important. We know it, and you have to know it.
You know it now too.
Everybody should know it. Don't save for your child's university money. Invest in the child up to 6 years old, and then, you know, personality has formed up to 6. So anyway, back to the brick wall.
Let's come back to it.
The brick wall.
So what does it do?
So we were talking, so ego is like what we see from the outside, but we know that actually there is this brick wall protecting the person. And the thing is that they're protecting themselves from the bad things, you know, or danger, bullying, maybe putting very strong borders, because in childhood their borders were crossed constantly, and they never had the chance to protect themselves. But at the same and that's not getting through. Those seemingly negative things are not getting through the fence, but nor are the good things getting through. It's the same fence. If the fence is there, it's there, and it's very rare that you can lower it and build it back up in short periods of time. It's usually there or not there, or somehow the height can vary from person to person how high the fence is. So the love, joy, care, it doesn't get through to you either. So you can't even maybe see that people want good for you or want to love you. You just can't see it and
feel it
exactly. Yes, feel it exactly. So when I think about this, I actually think about how we were taught to keep it together. So we were not, when we grew up, you were not really, that nobody really wanted you to cry, because adults were not able to handle your crying. It probably triggered something within themselves. So
definitely.
They maybe felt, I'm not good mom because my baby is crying, but which is not true. But they didn't want us to show like seemingly negative emotions, like sadness, crying, anger. So they tried to calm us down. It's okay, and turn our attention away from our emotions. Even my partner now, this is what he often does. When I'm sad or upset, he wants to fix it for me. He wants, and I tell him, don't fix it.
Okay.
It's okay to feel it. And he's like, oh yeah, okay. And it's such an automatic response to try to fix the other person's sadness, you know, and hurt. So we were told to suppress that. And then also we were told, don't be so happy. It's gonna go away anyway. Why are you so happy? You know, something like this. I remember there were phrases like this.
Or you're too loud with your joyful expressions.
Exactly.
You're exaggerating.
You know. And if you think about a child, so if the like let's say sadness, anger, hurt is down somewhere here, and the joy and love and excitement is over here, then we were kind of asked to balance them. Okay, so what it means, and I have it, I still have it, and I'm working on it. It's hard to go into the pain, and we don't want to go there. We block it. We don't even want to go there, but we can't, because I don't want to go in there. I can't access joy and happiness and excitement, and you know, these outbursts of joy that children have. So we need to allow ourselves to go to both of those.
So basically we need to destroy the wall.
You need to
or dismantle.
Dismantle it.
Yes, it doesn't have to be aggressive act.
One by one.
Kindly dismantle and reuse maybe the bricks in a useful manner to create a nice house or something.
Exactly.
And because this is the only way to access also the good sensations or emotions which we want to have in order to be able to connect with the child outside around us or the child inside of us
and other adults.
Yes, of course.
And other adults.
To connect with anybody.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
And I really like this thought because it leads us very directly to the main theme of today's session. We stated that we want to come somehow to the fact that we want to surrender the ego.
Yes.
And so now we can clearly explain why it can be meaningful to surrender the ego. And I have a very short quote from Maria Montessori from The Secret of Childhood, which says, her ego had withdrawn itself, which I really love. It's very short, but it underlines what we now formulated, that it makes sense for the adult person. Really, through the help of awareness and practicing observation and really starting to be kinder to ourselves and not really criticizing, or through the body work, or start to see the wall, the bricks, and really open up ourselves to the idea that we want to de-armor ourselves to be able to experience the emotions, the fullness of the emotions, to have the connection to it, because this is the only way how to really serve efficiently as a guide or as a prepared adult. Or if it's not really for the work with the child, then to heal ourselves and to really be alive in this life.
Yes, this I was waiting for you to say this. That's experiencing those two ends, you know, of emotions, of sensations, is living. Ups and downs. Life is ups and downs. The classroom is ups and downs. Family life is ups and downs, and need to allow it.
And I actually think that, excuse me, this is the point for many of us who can feel in our lives like we are not living it, and we don't know what is it.
Yes.
And it's probably really thick brick wall.
Yes.
Which we built with good purpose, basically, to be safe.
Yes.
Which is really positive thing.
Yes.
But
Yes.
without being vulnerable and being ready to getting hurt somehow.
Yeah.
This is the only way how to experience as well the access to the joy, the excitement. And I think you mentioned this before, that this is basically the state of being present and fully enjoy the life, which is the way how the children exist. And I think it leads us there. Because we want to connect with them.
Yes.
But we can do it only if we are able to be open like them, because it's the same vibration. And then it gives us this sort of value or the quality that we feel that we are alive.
Yeah.
And I think this is also maybe the reason which are many of guides or many of us sharing, that we really love to work with children because we feel alive with them. And I think this is behind this.
Yeah.
But it requires courage.
Yes.
Really, like to destroy the brick wall. I think it's really.
And I think even that if you can feel the joy while you are with children, at least in those moments when you're present with children, that's already a good sign. Because in my case, I was not able. Was not able to feel it even with children, where you have this example in front of you. You just need to look at it and tap into it, and I was not able. So imagine the thickness of the wall. You can't even feel, access it when it's in front of you. So if you feel at least joyful with children, that's already, I think, good
start.
It's a good state already.
Yeah, and I think you have a lovely quote.
Yes.
To read.
So anyway, to sum up with ego, one thing that we don't want to destroy the ego itself, because it has a good necessary part, you know, putting boundaries, setting boundaries, following through with stuff, discipline and so on, but we want to put it in its place. Yeah. So, and the quote is, so this is from Advanced Montessori Method in a chapter, The Preparation of the Teacher, and Maria says, when she sees herself aflame with interest, seeing the spiritual phenomena of the child, and experiences a serene joy and an insatiable eagerness in observing them, then she will know that she is initiated. Then she will begin to become a teacher. So joy and tapping into children's fullness of emotions and fullness of...
So if we are able to feel it, it's an evidence that the process of healing, let's say, or really like starting to be alive, more alive, already is happening. And I think this is really, we could use this as the explanation. What do we mean by the surrender of the ego? Releasing the wall and letting come inside of us, or being able to connect with everything, like the child is doing, not in a childish way. But allowing. So.
And I was just thinking now, when was the last time I allowed myself to play?
Ooh. A good one.
Yeah, like, you know, children just play with words, they play with movements, they play with touches and stuff. And what do we are like so rigid, like...
No, we are playing now.
We are playing theater.
We are
playing sometimes theater as adults,
Yeah.
but the true, the essence that we spoke about, to connect to this and live this essence of joy and love.
But you are laughing now.
Yeah,
I know.
well, good.
Yeah.
Better laughing than crying.
So,
Yeah.
do you agree? Are we going to conclude
Let's wrap it up and
the closing reflection? So, where in my interactions with the child do I need to be right, in control, or admired?
Right, in control, or admired?
Where in my interactions with the child?
Okay, so let's think about that.
Yeah. Thank you.
So thank you, Dada.
You.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.